Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the June Keys Penguin Habitat. My name is Michelle. I'm joined today with Kelly and 23 of our penguins. Now, we just are finishing up on their second feed. They have already had a feeding this morning. That was their breakfast. This is their lunch. We're giving them a nice little light feed. A lot of times the penguins only want to eat once or twice a day, but we'll always offer them food. The penguins get a mixture of herring and capelin depending on what they would like to eat. Now, great distinction between our penguins right now. This is Wally. Oh, actually, that's not Wally. That's Dee. She is one of our juvenile penguins, and the way that we can tell juvenile penguins from the adult penguins, she's going to turn around for me, thank you so much. You'll notice that she doesn't have that distinctive double black band like Gats has over here. Now, that band will come when she goes through her first catastrophic molt. Believe it or not, she was just hatched May of last year, so she's not even a year old, but she's pretty good size. Animals in the wild, they need to grow quickly because that's the only way that they are going to survive out in the wild, because they need to be able to grow up and catch food. Now, right now, the season that we're in migration mode. And that means that most of the penguins wants to stay in the water. And they've been showing you a great deal of porpoising. So something must have spooked them or startled them. And the response for that is to swim and swim lots. And that's what you're seeing them doing. With the penguins, they work as a group. So if one perceives a threat, all of them will perceive a threat. And that's what you just saw. I don't think all of the penguins were scared about something. I think one of them was a little bit hesitant, and they decided everybody was going to act on that. Now, it is our job as their keepers to be able to kind of know what their likes and dislikes are. There are certain ways that each penguin wants to get fed. Roxy, who we just fed at the beach, she is a little sore. She's a little older, and so we are very happy to go to the water's edge for her and give her food. Some of the penguins like to come up. Some of them will only eat capelin. Some will only eat herring. It all depends on the penguin and what their likes and dislikes are. We have 23 penguins, 20 adults and 3 juveniles. And right now, we have an exhibit that is always in flux. Like I said, it's migration time, but right after migration time, they're going to start going into their breeding mode. Now, behind me, all these little holes that you see in the rockwork lead to what we call their condos. And those condos are where they do their breeding, their nest making. That's where they'll raise their young. All of those things happen with the penguins kind of on exhibit, but off-site. He's like, no, I don't want that. And we will offer them breeding or nesting material. It's really fun when you actually see them start making their nests and start getting together. We have established pairs already, but we also have some males and females that aren't paired up yet. Some of them are a little too young, but we may see some more pairing going on later on this year. Now, one of the things that we always make sure to look at is the genetics of our colony. We are a subset of the North American colony, so we work with the Species Survival Plan, also known as the SSP, with the AZA, and they kind of give recommendations saying, you know, we would love to have one of your penguins go to another facility for genetic purposes. And this is a way that we make sure that the genetic diversity within our colony, and I'm talking about the North American large colony, is always diverse, so we don't get something known as bottlenecking. Now, bottlenecking does happen in the wild. You have bottlenecking occurring within our elephant seals. You have bottlenecking occurring with sea otters. It always happens when you have a small number to start off with, and that tends to happen because of hunting. Just like with the elephant seals as well as with the sea otters, they were only almost hunted to extinction. And there was about 23, the current 3,000 otters that we have off the coast right now came from about 23 individuals. And so you're going to have something called bottlenecking with that. But they seem to be doing really well. But that's one of the reasons why we look at genetics so closely within our penguin population so that does not occur. Now what you're seeing Gat's doing right now is he is preening himself. There's a specialized gland that he uses to help him clean. It produces an oil that allows him to waterproof his feathers. This is a great kind of look. You can see him kind of glistening, and those are those water droplets. When they're in the water, they never actually get wet. They have a nice layer between their skin and the water. You can see penguins are really picky. A lot of times people wonder what it's like to feed a penguin. If you've ever fed a 3-year-old, it's the exact same thing. They will toss food back at us. They will just spit it out. We will offer a piece of fish for one. One penguin won't like it, but another penguin will fight for it. So it's all kind of just whatever they want, and we will offer it to them 3 times a day. Their last feed is around 3:30, 3:15, 3:30. But this is a great way that you can see Gats. He's doing a lovely job of grooming for me. They will rub their heads on the gland to waterproof their feathers. A lot of times you'll see something called allopreening, where you have other penguins work with their tank mates to help them groom. And it's just a nice way to kind of help them out. They will alloprene us as well, but we have to be very careful because those beaks that you see, they don't look very damaging. They can do some damage to your body quite well. So when they preen us, we don't have a lot of feathers, and so it can actually hurt a little bit. So we have to be careful when they are preening us. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but I would like to say thank you all for coming to the aquarium because your admission does help us take care of all of our animals. So for myself, Kelly, and all the penguins here, we hope you enjoy your day here at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and we hope to see you again real soon.